Andito ako ngayon sa lugar kung saan ang pinakaunang Filipino community dito sa Amerika. Nasa likod ko, yan yung Saint Malo. Samahan niyo akong tuklasin ang kwento ng mga Filipino dito sa Amerika.
So the story of St. Malo is the first, Filipino village in the United States, the first permanent one.
How did they arrive here? Who are the first Filipinos?
And so they were sailors. They were coming
sailors.
on ships, right?
Pero hindi ko pa din magets bakit sila pumunta dito o ang lamig. Why? Why did they choose this land, this piece of land? The first Filipinos settled in America didn't come here for a dream. They came here to escape. At nagtayo sila ng village in the middle of a swamp. Let me tell you the forgotten story of Saint Malo. Just a few kilometers from New Orleans, may isang lugar na halos walang nakakaalam. Saint Malo. According to oral traditions, may Filipino community na raw dito sa Saint Malo as early as 1763. Noong bahagi pa ng Spanish colonial world ang mga lupain sa Pilipinas at Louisiana, na pinamamalaan mula Mexico. Dito, itinayo ang unang permanent settlement ng mga Pilipino sa Amerika. Long before we were called Filipinos at bago pa maging isang bansa ang US. Tinawag silang Manila Men dahil karamihan sa kanila ay galing sa Luzon. At noon, Manila ang sentro ng kolonya ng Spanya. Wala pang Pilipinas noon at wala pang Filipinos. Pero paano sila nakarating sa Amerika? Napadpad sila sa Louisiana dahil sa Manila-Acapulco galleon trade. For more than 250 years, ships sailed from Manila to Acapulco, Mexico, once or twice a year. Ang dala nila, silk, porcelain, spices, kapalit ng silver mula Mexico. The people who ran these ships were mostly Filipinos. Noon pa man, Filipinos are great seafarers. But for most of them, life on the galleons was not a dream. Many were forced into labor. They were paid very little, and life at sea was very dangerous. The galleon trade brought them to Mexico, and from there, iilan sa kanila ay hindi na bumalik ng Pilipinas. Until a few of them eventually reached the swamps of Louisiana and chose to stay here. In this harsh and quiet place, they built a fishing village called Saint Malo. They built houses on stilts, very similar to Bahay Kubo. They didn't copy Spanish houses, hindi rin American houses. They rebuilt a way of life they already knew. They fished, they harvested oysters, they dried shrimps. Over time, mas marami pang Filipino communities ang nabuo sa Louisiana coast. One of them was Manila Village, a thriving fishing community that helped shape Louisiana's shrimping industry. Some people may say the Manila Men just jumped ship. Some people might consider this that the first Filipinos jumped ship.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about that?
I don't like that term because that term is used by the captains of the ship. Those are the terms used by the one who controls the laborer. And the Filipino men who left their ship weren't thinking, I'm jumping ship. They're thinking, I'm going to settle in a better place. I want to leave this ship. I have the freedom to leave this ship. They were choosing a better life.
They were in a place, in a soil where they had the choice to choose a better
They had a
life.
choice, and they chose to stay and not get back on that ship.
The Manila Men didn't leave the galleons to chase the American dream. They left to look for freedom. A life without a master. A life where they won't be forced to work. A life where they didn't have to risk dying at sea for months. From laborers of a global empire, the Manila Men became builders of their own community. And in 1815, they didn't just build villages. They helped make history. Because some of them fought in the Battle of New Orleans, a battle that helped secure America's victory against the British Empire. Pero, nasaan na ba ang Saint Malo ngayon? Sadly, Saint Malo was destroyed by a powerful hurricane in 1915. Decades later, Manila Village was also destroyed by another hurricane. Unti-unti, naglaho ang binuo na villages. At kalaunan, halos nakalimutan na rin ang kwento ng Saint Malo at ang Manila Men. Today, a lot of Filipinos, even Filipino Americans, don't know that Saint Malo ever existed. Kaya tinayo ang historical marker na to, and that's why people like Randy and Caroline continue to tell the story.
we forget where they came from and if we forget their struggles, we might run into some of the same issues. We might have some of the same problems. We might not know how to move forward at times because we don't know where we came from. We don't know how our parents overcome. We don't know how our grandparents overcome. We don't understand their resilience and the struggles that they had. And we all need to know where we came from.
Saint Malo and Manila Village may be gone, but the story of the first Filipino community in America should never be forgotten. Traveling across the US for the Road to 250 journey with Spirit of America and meeting so many Filipino Americans along the way made me realize something important. The Filipino version of the American dream is not just about success. It is about freedom. It's about having a choice to build a life for yourself, your family, and your community. And it made me wonder, maybe the American dream of Filipinos is for a mother to give her child a better future, for a child to be who they're meant to be, for a Filipino community to share our culture and our stories in a foreign land, or for every Filipino American to give back and create opportunities for people back home. Just like the reality of the first Filipinos in America, life here was never easy. Yes, the grass may be greener, pero kailangan mo pa rin magbukal ng lupa. Today, there are about 4.2 million Americans in the United States. 4.2 million people, 4.2 million dreams, more than 4.2 million stories. And one of the stories that should never be forgotten is the story of Manila Men of Saint Malo. Because their story is the story of every Filipino who left home hoping for a better life.